Hello there everyone, Draco Wolfthorn with my final video of the night. This is top 10 Pokemon I think need a Mega. There is some copy, like duplicates, some that are kind of put together. Coming up at number 10 is Magnium, or Magnium, whatever you want to call him. I really liked these starter Pokemon, so all three are in here, but they're at different ranks. Coming up at number 9 is Arcanine. You will see a lot of Generation 1 Pokemon in this one, but that's because I want them to bring back a little bit more of the Generation 1, kind of give them a new shine to them. Arcanine I just really like. He was one of my favorite dog Pokemon. He's right there behind Houndoom right now, because Houndoom happens to have a Mega right now. Coming up at number 8 is Kabutops. If you didn't see my thing with Genesect, then go watch my top 10 favorite legendaries. Kabutops, I just think it would be cool if they made these a little bit bigger or longer, then added another spine back here and just kind of straightened him out or something. Made him a little more I'm gonna kick your butt look. Coming up at number 7 is Butterfree. The reason for Butterfree is because Beedrill has a Mega, and I think if Beedrill has a Mega, Butterfree should have a Mega. And plus, I've always liked Caterpie, so if Caterpie's third evolution got a Mega, I'd like Butterfree a little bit more. Coming up at number 6, this is one of the two put together, is Ninjask, and the only reason why this next one, that's partnered with this one, and the reason why it's on here is because I just want to see what it would look like, just a little more beefed. I wouldn't really care for the stats, but I just want to see it just kind of like a next evolution of it. These two are together because they both basically evolved from the same Pokemon at the exact same time. I just think it'd be cool for Shedinja and Ninjask to get a Megas. Coming up at number 5 is Solrock and Lunatone. Now the reason being is because of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon coming out. And if they made a Mega for these, it would be a big show out, for Pokemon Sun and Moon. This being the Pokemon Sun, this being the Pokemon Moon. I'm not saying these are the legendaries or anything. I'm saying, this would be an icon, for them too. Coming up at number 4 is Lapras. The reason being is I think, Lapras should become more adult looking. Horn growing a little bit bigger, this getting a little bit more fancy or whatever you want to call it. Neck growing longer, the spikes on the shell getting sharper, coming around, the front, and then going down the sides, making it look like it's more attached to its back. Fins getting a little bit bigger, tail growing out a little bit longer. Just the whole 9 yards. Maybe a tooth coming down or up, whatever. Just making it look a little more adult. And coming up at number 3 is Haxorus. The reason being is I think they should elongate these and maybe put one coming off the back of the head, and maybe do the same thing coming up with the blades on the tail. Maybe add a blade coming off the back of the arm and do something with the knee, I don't know. Make blades come off the shoulders, I don't know. Just making it a little more blade, because I always thought kind of Haxorus was more of a blade Pokemon. Now, coming up with number 2 is Feraligatr. Like I said before with Magnium, all 3 starter Pokemon on here So if this is number 2, then you know what is number 1. Oh, battery's getting low. The reason I want this to have a Mega is because they're doing the Mega starter Pokemon, and I think, this generation should get a Mega. Now, final Pokemon, last but not least, Typhlosion. I always started with Typhlosion when it came to this generation, and then came in next was Feraligatr. But I think Typhlosion should get a Mega, where the fire grows out a little bit more, the tail is switched with fire. You can kind of keep a little bit like this, but like add a little bit of fire coming up over the chest or something. I don't know. Just make them look more older, as I've said before with Lapras. Need to make things a little bit more like they're more adult than their previous form, like they did with Charizard. Yes, some of you might have noticed that coming. Something to do with Charizard. But it just, they made Charizard look more like an adult with their Mega for him. Well, that's all for Pokemon I think need a Mega. This is Draco and Typhlosion signing off with a close-up.